Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I will be sharing all my tips and tricks on how I grew my hair. I'm not someone who thought I could ever have long hair, and clearly I do now. So if you're looking to grow your hair and you want to know what worked for me, then continue watching because it might work for you. Okay, so full disclosure, a couple years ago when I went to my hairdresser, he actually asked if I was ill because my hair was so damaged, so thin and short, and my ponytail, my hair that filled my ponytail was so small. And I remember leaving that appointment thinking like, I'm not ill. I just have really damaged hair. And I need to do something to fix it because I've been someone that has always wanted to have long hair. So these are the tips and tricks that I started to implement, and I have to say results started to come, and these things were something I could do immediately. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you that worked for me, I started washing my hair less. Right now I wash it about once or twice a week, and I know you hear that over and over again, but you really want the natural oils in your hair to start working for you. Every time you're washing and drying and shampooing and conditioning your hair, you're really just drying it out, and you're making it more vulnerable to breakage, more vulnerable to drying out. And the way to grow your hair is by keeping the shaft long, healthy, and not dry. So washing your hair doesn't mean you don't have to shower, once a week. By all means, shower, wash your body, but just wash your hair and condition it twice a week. If you're someone that showers every day, washes their hair every day, start slow. Maybe start doing it 6 days a week, or maybe start doing it 5 days a week, or maybe start doing it 4 days a week, and then just implementing less and less days until you get to about 2 days, 1 day a week that you're just washing and drying your hair. A couple of tips and tricks for when I do wash my hair is I always run a brush through my hair before I hop in the shower. I just want to get through all the knots, the tangles, maybe some dead stuff out first. And I find that this really helps. I don't know why. I think it's because your hair's a little more vulnerable to breakage when it's damp and you're trying to brush things out. So when it's dry, I always run a brush through it first, then I hop in the shower, shampoo, condition, and then I come out. I do run a brush through it when it is damp, but it's much easier to go through. I'm not working through a ton of knots. And the brush I use when I come out is the wet brush. This one's really nice, it's gentle, and I think it is actually meant to prevent breakage. And again, that's what you want to do when you're trying to grow your hair, is you want to prevent breakage. So yeah, this wet brush, great find if you want to try to grow your hair. Every time I wash my hair, I use a leave-in conditioner product. So right now I'm using the Bumble Bumble hairdresser's oil. This stuff's amazing. It really has helped my hair grow like crazy. And I think because it's a UV protector as well and a heat primer, so it's kind of multi-facet thing. This is for dry or very dry hair. So when you want to grow your hair, a lot of the problem is that you have dry, damaged hair and it keeps breaking off and it's not growing. So to keep your product or your hair moist and growing, throw a leave-in conditioner, something like a Bumble Bumble hairdresser's oil. Like I said, it has UV protector too, so that's really good for sun damage. Your skin gets damaged to the sun, your hair does too, so you just want to keep that protected as well. Okay, next tip and trick. Heat damage. So you want to avoid, this one's going to be hard for some people. I don't blow dry my hair every single time. If you can make it 5 days a week where you have your hair air dried, put it in a low bun, make it a cute style, or something that works for you, your face, where you don't blow dry your hair, that's gonna go a long way in making it grow. If you are someone that likes to run a curling iron or a hair straightener through your hair every single day too, try to do that less. The less you do it, the less breakage you're gonna see. I know it's hard to avoid altogether, so when you do it, make sure you're using a good heat protector. But anytime you apply heat to the hair, it's just gonna cause more damage. It's gonna cause more drying. So you really just wanna be careful and make sure that you're doing it the right way. Also try to make your hairstyle last a little longer. So if you can straighten it on one day, and then letting it, carry on for the next couple of days, the same hairstyle, that's gonna go a long way. Next tip and trick. So if you do decide to let it air dry and you want to put it like in a low bun or something for a couple days a week, it's not the end of the world, right? But I always recommend using like a silk elastic. These ones are from Slip, or a silk scrunchie. You really want to avoid like those bobble hair elastics that are really hard, and when you put them in your hair, it's just like, man, you pull them out and it just like breaks all your hair off. Or a thick rubber band, or those thick elastics that are really tight, because that will just cause your hair, or make your hair a little more vulnerable to breakage, more prone to breakage. So you just want to avoid those products altogether. I find these are amazing for my hair. They're so soft, they're lots of stretch, but they hold my hair too. Like I can put it in a messy bun on top of my head, and my hair doesn't seem to break with them. So these are little silk hair elastics. These are the skinny ones. I like them better than the big ones. I don't know if are big scrunchies still in. I think they are, I don't know. But I do like the smaller ones better. But you can easily find silk scrunchies anywhere these days. You don't have to get the Slip brand. They are kind of expensive, but I think they're well worth it. You can also buy them like in the checkout line at Sephora. You can buy them in packs of 3. You can buy them as one. And these are also really great gift ideas. So my first one was a gift to me, and then I invested in more because they've just been a lifesaver for growing my hair. Keeping on the silk train, the next tip and trick is a silk pillowcase. So I have the Drybar silk pillowcase and the slip pillowcase. I also have one my Nana made me, which is so cute. And if you don't want to invest in like $100 silk pillowcase, I totally get it. Then just go and make one yourself. You can go buy silk fabric, sew up a pillowcase. They're pretty simple. Or you can bring one to a tailor and ask them to make it for you. But a silk pillowcase is really gonna do wonders, one for your skin, which is great, but also for your hair. It's just providing it like a good base for your skin, or for your hair to sleep on. It's not gonna be prone to breakage. And it will just help by keeping the shaft nice and healthy. And again, helping your hair grow. So if you wanna invest in a silk pillowcase, that's a great tip. Okay, so my next tip is get your hair done less often. And I know this sounds kind of crazy, but for me, I only go every 3 months. So clearly I dye my hair, right? Shocker. Clearly I'm not a natural blonde. I process my hair, but I only go every 3 months. I'm not constantly going to the hairdresser. And when I do go, I don't get it cut every single time. Hairdressers are gonna tell you that you need a trim. Like they're gonna say, will you let me take some off? And then they end up taking tons off. When I go, I say, I want you to dust the ends. I want you to take the bare minimum off. And I don't say it every time, every other time. And they may try to talk you into getting a trim or a haircut, but push back. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want it and you don't think you need it, then don't, because sometimes they do take too much off. And then you're 3 steps behind. It's like your hair's up to here when you're trying to get it down to here. It doesn't make any sense when they say, we have to cut it so it will grow. It's like, no, your hair's gonna grow regardless, but if I cut it, I'm like 3 inches behind from where I wanna be. At the end of the day, it's your hair, and they're supposed to be doing a service for you, so make sure that you're happy. The next tip and trick is if you process your hair, meaning highlights or dyeing or lowlights or whatever it is, like me, you just want to be really careful that your hairdresser does not over-process your hair, meaning they only apply the product to the root. So I've been going to the same hairdresser for years now, and I stress every time how important it is only to apply to the root of my hair. You are not over-processing, not applying the bleach to the whole strand of hair, because that will cause breakage, that will cause your hair to thin out, and that will just cause damage and your hair will never grow. So when you do go to your hairdresser, make sure that you really tell them, I only want you to apply to the root and slightly maybe more if they need to blend, but a good hairdresser will know this. So if you find someone that's not willing to do that, then say, see ya, go find someone else. Because when you process your hair like that, it's really just detrimental to your hair growth. Okay guys, so these were some of the tips and tricks I've used to grow my hair. If you try them, I hope they work for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe below, and we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.